A warm welcome to you wherever it is you checking us from around the world. This is Enterprise Weekend, reaching you from Enterprise Television. I am Henry Igwebike.
And I'm Choma Okoye.
All right, straight away, we'll be going to our newspaper headlines for you this morning. And right after that, in the jiffy, would be our main conversation also for today, where we get everything all sorted out for you. Please do well to be part of our community. Have a say in what we say. You can always reach us and find us at enterprisetvnews.com, and also you may like, comment, and follow us on all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV7. With us today, joining us virtually from Lagos State, Nigeria, is Barrister Evans Ofeli, a barrister, law and public affairs analyst. Thank you so very much, Barrister, for being here with us.
Thank you, Barrister.
Good morning. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. All right, so let's kickstart today with the first story. And what's it saying?
Yeah, it's the story of the president leaves the UK for France, and holidaying President Tinubu leaves the UK for France. So Tinubu departed Nigeria Wednesday, October 2, for a 2-week working vacation in the UK as part of his annual leave. And 1 week after he left Nigeria for the United Kingdom, on what Asarok called a 2-week leave, part of his annual leave, President Bola Tinubu has departed the UK for Paris, France, for an undisclosed important engagement. A special assistant to the president of political and other matters, Ibrahim Kabi Masari, confirmed this on Friday via his verified X handle, formerly called Twitter, and he said he had the honor of visiting President Tinubu at his private residence in the UK, where they engaged in productive discussion before departing for Paris. At this point, a lot of Nigerians are asking, how productive and how important is the discussion that they couldn't discuss in Nigeria before he left for the UK? And the special assistant to the president of political and other matters started deeming it right to go discuss it with him in the UK before he departed for Paris. Let us get your reaction, Barrister Evans Ofeli.
Well, they may be having productive discussions, and they may be having all kinds of discussions they want to have. But the truth is that we're not seeing the reflection of anything productive about this government. Whether the president is in the UK or he leaves the UK, he goes to France, whether it's a working visit, or whether it's any kind of visit, there's nothing productive about his vacation and his work and everything that's going on in Nigeria. At his absence, the price of fuel has been increased again. So in the past 2 months, in the past 1 month, they have increased the price of fuel almost 3 times or 2 times. Okay, and that is to tell you that nobody is really in charge of this country, as far as we're talking, as far as I know. Because the economy has gone bad, everything is wobbling. The president is not in charge. There's no evidence to that effect. And just yesterday, my congratulations to the federal government for publishing all of us. Just yesterday, for the first time, I bought fuel into my vehicle for 138,000. Just to feed her, 138,000. Okay, so we have gotten to the point now where it's not even, people are not talking about eating because they cannot afford it. They are looking at how they can survive without eating, which is impossible. So, when a discussion with the president, with any other person, if it must be tagged as productive, it must reflect in the lives of the people. Okay? In the midst of all this, the protests that was to that held in August, okay, we have not ended the protest when they fixed it for October 1st. Between October 1st and August, they increased the price of fuel. Then just 3 days ago, they increased it again. Okay? And this is a product we have. This is a product that we now refine in Nigeria. This is a product that is being sold to refineries now in Naira. Okay, so which is better? We're not better off when we're importing it from overseas. So, I mean, I don't believe in this productive discussion with president. It's forceful. The country is not moving forward at all. It's not moving forward. In the days to come, a lot of people are going to drop out from school. In the days to come, a lot of companies are going to retrench. Okay? Just to fuel and run a corporate organization for one day is costing, the cost and the running cost of production is taking a toll on businesses in the country. So, in this companies will retrench, people will, it will be difficult to eat, crime will increase, okay, because of course, etc. And someone is somewhere having a productive discussion with the president, and things are like this, and the economy is like this.
Now, if
people need to reevaluate, except for change the meaning of
Productive.
productivity. Now, yeah, please, I had wanted to ask, what do you think is it that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has used to maybe get every Nigerian not to react? I want to believe if this had happened during the times of Muhammad Buhari, everywhere would have been gone aflame. But it seemed to us that everyone is suffering and smiling, and no one seemed to be talking in. So what do you think is it that President Bola Tinubu has had that is holding us, not saying anything?
No, people are talking now. People are talking. If you check the news, you are in the field of journalism, you know what people are talking about. People have also made attempts to protest. But the president was not listening to anybody's demand. He did not address, he was to address citizens on the issue that after asking the protesters to forward their demands, he didn't address the issue because he has ulterior motive to do further damage. And that was exhibited after the protest increased, the cost of living is going higher. Okay? And now people are almost ghosting. Okay? So there is nothing he's using. I think that the only thing he's using effectively is using the police to clamp down on those who are supposed to have escalated this bad governance message. He's using the police, arresting and charging people for treason and treasonable felony and the rest of that. So it's just one president that, in fact, he has been rechristened T-Pain or T-Shege. If you go to Twitter now, you see that nobody refers to him again as the president. He's been referred to as T-Pain. Okay. And that is because the suffering is become far-reaching. Some days ago, a former minister of the just an immediate former minister of transportation, Rotimi Amechi, called on the youth to protest, even though he was saying the truth, but he is part of them, he used to be part of them. But I don't want to look at the message, I want to look at the message. You understand that he wasn't happy that the youth were not able to hold on to the protest and entrench it. Okay? That was critical, because according to him, he could no longer buy diesel. Okay, if a past minister, an immediate past minister, is complaining as to how to afford diesel to light up his environment, then it means that the average Nigerian who have never been in government or who have not stolen from government or who is a private businessman, what do you expect him to say? Someone like Amechi has been in government for close to 20 years.
Yeah.
He has been in government. Was the two-time Speaker of the House of Assembly, two-time governor, two-time minister.
Yes.
Okay. So, for me, if someone like that complains, it means that really this situation is an emergency.
Okay. All right. So let's move on to the Guardian newspaper for today. The big story here says, fate of fraud. Troubling trend of divine merchandising in religious centers.
Okay, on the top strip of the Guardian newspaper, we have on politics page, echoes from Southwest APC caucus meeting in Lagos.
And also on the bottom strip here, 5 more tactical errors Tinubu must clear.
Okay, still on the top strip of the Guardian newspaper. Tinubu heads to Paris for key engagement. Details are on page 37.
All right, Barrister Vance Ofeli, let's take a look at the big story here. Fate or fraud, troubling trend of divine merchandising in religious centers. It is believed that when things are hard, when the political sphere is no longer comfortable for people, the next place they run to is a place of religious, affinity. But it seems to us like that place of affinity is becoming a tool of merchandising. Do you think it is serving the responsibility and the roles it should be playing at a time like this, especially in Nigeria, knowing that the political ecosystem is bad, like we have expressed it severally?
The religious sectors are serving their purpose. Okay, and it's a place of support and a place of sober reflection, and it's a place where you go to reignite your hope. Okay, like Napoleon Bonaparte said, that the religion is a religion to the poor, not to the rich. Perhaps because the religious sectors are still working, that is why people who go there to renew their spirit, renew their mind, and renew their hope for a better tomorrow, and pray unto God and worship for a better life. But that notwithstanding, many of the religious sectors, not all, have become a place of merchandise. I was discussing with someone yesterday, and someone spoke over the phone and said, "Height is Yahoo. Height is Yahoo." And I was wondering, what do you mean by height is Yahoo? And I went further to explain what he meant by that. Meaning that a lot of churches, a lot of religious sectors, so many of them have been twisting the gospel in such a way that they will milk the people of their meager resources. There are people who have so much to give, they give to churches. There are people who don't have so much to give, they give what they have. The churches too give a lot to charity. Let's not undermine that. But as much as you have some fake men of God and some fake pastors, which was predicted anyway in Matthew chapter 4, that in the last days there will be a lot of things. People will be lovers of money and not lovers of God. The love of money shall wax cold, and the rest of them. Nations will fighting against nations and all that. So that is for just a Christian. I mean, for the Muslims and other religious sector, the stories are not quite very different, because human beings are human beings. I mean, we live in a society where people have chosen to do the wrong things. And you can imagine running away from the politicians around 6 sukkah at the religious sector, only to meet merchandising. You understand? So this is like a dilemma, one that is between them and the deep blue sea. It is the fate of Nigeria. See, Nigerians are the only ones that can change their story. You understand? Yeah, because the reliance now is on God to change the story. I've seen people, recounting the prayer of Jabez, asking God to enlarge their coast like he did to Jabez and all that. But the truth is that the circumstances under reference, God has given us all we actually need to be a great nation. But by our own undoing, we're not able to put it together. Then it's not God's fault.
Yeah.
It's our responsibility to, demand and get what is required of us as citizens of this government, no matter what the complaints are. It's important that is done. If not, the way these people are going, if the price of fuel get to 5,000 naira, because now it's 1,030, if it gets to 2,000-3,000 naira, that means we are about to shut the society down completely.
Thank you, Barrister Evans.
Go into extinction.
Thank you,
Barrister
Evans.
All right, so finally, for today, let's look at
the last paper on our decks, and that is the Weekend Trust. And the top strip, Barrister APC suspends Lokobori, Leon, others.
All right, PDP crisis deepens as NWC splits over Damagun.
Okay, let's look at the big story here. Calls for regional government. It will open door for more agitations, ACF scribe. What we want is true federalism. That is coming from Afenifere. There will be competitive development, or Hanezi, and create more states instead, middle belt others. Not a good idea. Professor Jibrin Ibrahim. Now, looking at this, Barrister Evans, very quickly, I think we'll just do this in maybe 2 minutes. Looking at this, it's as though there are different voices speaking with different ideologies and different ideas as they call for regional government. And I'm going to read it out. From the ACF scribe, it says it will open more doors for agitation. From Afenifere, it's saying what we want is true federalism. Ohaneze is saying there will be competitive development. And then the Middle Belt elders are saying create more states instead. Then not a good idea, coming from Professor Jibrin Ibrahim. These are 5 different voices speaking different things but wanting a particular thing. Let's get your submission to this particular stuff.
Well, the states are already regions themselves. Okay, the states you have as presently constituted are already regions. So when we're talking about regionalism in this sense, you can just talk about devolving powers, let every state have power to manage resources. That's all. When you do that, it's still federalism, it's regionalism. But what we have now, the state cannot manage their resources. So the entire country will trapped in one failure. But if you allow different states to manage their resources, a state like Rivers, Delta, Akwa Ibom, those ones are the 9 oil producing states, you will see the way they will develop at their own pace. Then the other states that have good agricultural potential and forests, Kano, Kaduna, those ones, will leverage in agriculture and other solid mineral resources they have. In the north, they have solid minerals, they have gold, they have diamond in Zamfara. So they have good arable land. I mean, they have a lot of resources. So let us make this federalism a proper way, so that the entire country will not be trapped in one umbrella. If we have regionalism now, we will not be buying fuel for 130. You understand? The states that have it will sell far less. The states that don't have it will buy from the state that have. And the price cannot be 130, because then the states will come up with their own refineries. The states will be getting the crude themselves. The state will be selling crude out, managing the other one within. There will be resources in all the states. People will be better. The states that decide to focus on education will fund primary, tertiary, and secondary education. The state that don't have strength in that, some of the people in that state can go to another state to school on their preference. But this one that the whole money will come to federal government, federal government sit down and be giving every state as allocation, cannot lead us anywhere. It can't. That's why you have bunkering. That is why you have oil theft. If we have proof that every state will ensure that nobody steals oil from their state. Every state will ensure nobody comes to their agricultural hub to take maize, to take things without paying for it. Is that not it? Insecurity will also stop. Because this insecurity is to offend the federal government. If the state have their own police, their own management, so they have everything, the state will go. They will stop at nothing to ensure that nobody ruptures their source of livelihood.
But looking at the insatiable nature of man, don't you think that would better give room for the secession that Nigerians are guiding against?
Which is better to protect the citizens and let them have a good life than for you to tap everybody in one umbrella that's not working. These are items that specifically the federal government has no competence on one. Only prison, they cannot do manage. Do you understand? And what about defense? Are they able to manage defense? You see the insurgency everywhere. You see the purchase of rifles and all. You see the racketeering that they need. The aviation, federal government cannot manage aviation. Do you understand? But if every state have their resources, every state will be floating airlines. You don't understand?
Yeah.
Even under the present one, there's a state that have an airline, Akwa Ibom. Imagine if every state now have their own this thing. We will see Nigeria will change in 10 years. If you have been away from Nigeria in 10 years, you return, you will not arrive in this space again. You will not.
Thank you, Barrister.
What it now mean is that Lagos State, for example, will now take over the management of our Papa World and all the advantages it has. Delta State will take over, all the advantages it has. Apart from Kaduna, all the states in the southwest, they will take over the production of timber. And everywhere in the country have something unique. That is what we need. That's the way out.
Thank you, Barrister Ivan Seferi. Thank you.
All right, that's thank you so very much once more. That's just about the time we have for our show today. We'd love to say thank you to Barrister Ivan Seferi, as we just did, and
When we return, Justice Binta Yanko reaccepts Nnamdi Kanu's case after initial withdrawal.
That in a beat. Still Enterprise Television. Please don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
We'll be right back.